unveiling the reality about Meghan and Harry's children. Meghan Markle will never measure up to Catherine. Catherine embodies pure elegance and class. Hello friends, welcome back to the King YouTube channel. Folks, something just doesn't add up here. There's been enough odd stuff happening that people are starting to question if the Sussex children are real and if they should be in the line of succession. There's a lot of evidence suggesting the kids might not be real. For instance, there's a photo of Meghan Markle with a moon bump that slipped down to her knees. Additionally, Kensington Palace announced that Harry and Meghan used a surrogate and even apologized for any confusion. Additionally, there are a few family photos that are obviously photoshopped. Plus, there's a story about the Queen playing on the floor with Meghan and Harry's children during the Jubilee. Clearly, that's a myth. There's no way she could have done that since she was hesitant to even appear on the balcony. She only agreed because Charles insisted and only if her wheelchair stayed out of sight. During that period, the late Queen faced serious mobility issues and was likely in significant pain. The idea of her being on the floor playing with little kids is hard to believe. So, the stories about Harry and Meghan's children aren't very convincing. It seems the media has accepted this uncertainty without question. We don't know if it's due to NDAs or Parliament delaying the process of confirming the children's existence, but despite this, the kids are still in the line of succession. Another thought comes to mind. When Meghan Markle was considering a role in politics, she mentioned the saying, "It takes a village to raise a child." It seems she doesn't think that village should include extended family. From what I've read, Carol and Michael Middleton are heavily involved in caring for the Wales children. That's what I picture when we talk about a village. Zara and Mike Tyndall are also helping out, along with other family members on both sides. Nannies are great if you can afford them, but kids still need familiar faces from their families, especially in tough times. Right now, Princess Anne is taking on more royal duties than usual, in addition to her regular workload. The key point is that William and Catherine value the importance of family, something Harry and Meghan seem to miss. Harry and Meghan have distanced themselves from their families and old friends. So where is this village Meghan talks about? Who is actually helping her raise the children? Children are always mentioned in articles about Harry and Meghan, but the stories and photos are never convincing. This makes us wonder if they're real. Meghan was vocal during the Oprah Winfrey interview about her kids deserving titles, but the media doesn't seem interested in investigating these claims. Instead, they're focused on creating a fairy tale ending between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family, even though it's unlikely to happen. I don't know what's happening. Maybe Hollywood producers are planning a Crown sequel focused on Harry and Meghan. What I mean is, given the harassment William and Catherine have faced over an edited photo in Catherine's absence, the Princess of Wales felt compelled to explain the situation. Even though it was publicly stated she wouldn't return to work until after Easter due to major abdominal surgery, she felt she had to come forward. Why can't Harry and Meghan do something similar? Why not come forward and explain the reasons behind these photoshopped images and tell us where the children are? It's a complete mystery and the public is being kept in the dark. Don't we have the right to know? Aren't we important enough to find out what's really going on? Why is it so hard for Harry and Meghan? Typically, this kind of hesitation leads to suspicions and the growth of conspiracy theories as people try to uncover the truth. Could it be that Catherine and William were relentlessly pursued over the edited photo because of the media and public perception that Harry and Meghan aren't expected to follow the same rules? It seems like they're given more leeway to do as they please because they're not held to the same standards. So I guess we shouldn't expect honesty from Harry and Meghan, right? Even if they had 5 more kids that nobody ever really sees, I guess we shouldn't hold our breath. It seems there's one set of rules for royalty and another much more lenient set for the ex-royals. But for now, William and Catherine deserve privacy as they've requested. They're a wonderful family facing tough times, and what they need most is our support and prayers, not harassment. One reason I doubt the existence of their children is because whenever they allegedly go on trips with Harry and Meghan, all we get are these strange, blurry, pixelated photos. There were no nannies, no support staff. There's just no way Meghan Markle could be the primary caretaker for those kids. And in any photo where Meghan is supposedly holding a child, it's obvious she's never done it before. Honestly, I think this is one of the biggest scams ever. I'm not sure what they're trying to achieve, but they might just boast about fooling the royal family into giving titles to kids that aren't even real. But eventually, the truth will come out. That's what I hope for, at least. The truth always finds its way out. And Harry and Meghan are careless. I mean, you can only keep up a facade for so long if they really did have kids. Meghan would be merching everything what they wear, play with, eat. But for someone who loves to talk about herself and her life, she's never mentioned anything about her pregnancy, no cravings, no changes in her body. Meghan always seeks sympathy, but if she really were pregnant, we'd have heard about severe nausea like with the princess. Another thing is Meghan doesn't talk about the kids. What parent of young children doesn't want to talk about them? It's just strange. And why do people still accept the lies and ugly behavior of those two? How can anyone support Harry and Meghan, who claim to be humanitarians but haven't done anything to help people? They have a lot to answer for. Harry, have you spoken with anyone from your African Parks charity lately? So I was browsing on Quora and I stumbled upon this interesting discussion about Harry and Meghan's kids. Someone suggested that the reason we don't see much of them might be because of safety concerns. I couldn't quite grasp that idea, to be honest. It seemed strange to me. I mean, sure, threats might be a concern for any famous family, including William and Catherine's, but they don't seem to let it affect their public appearances. It seems like Harry is still feeling the aftermath of stepping back from his royal duties, including losing the security arrangements that came with the position. He probably should have seen that coming. It just feels like a bit of a mess, doesn't it? Like maybe they didn't think everything through, or maybe they're trying to manipulate the situation. It's hard to ignore the whispers about Harry and Meghan's children. The way they keep them out of the spotlight seems intentional. I mean, those photos they share are so mysterious, almost like they're teasing us. It's like they want us to wonder if the kids even exist. And let's not forget how the media treated Catherine. It was downright awful. They dug into her life, spreading rumors left and right. But when it comes to Harry and Meghan, it's like they get a pass. It's no wonder people are scratching their heads and asking why the double standard. Why are folks so fixated on Harry and Meghan's elusive children? Does it truly affect us whether they have kids or not? Honestly, how they choose to raise their children is their private affair. Personally, I'm not too bothered if they have a child or not. But here's the snag: these children are in line for the throne, so it's only natural that people want some confirmation that they exist. Now let's switch gears a bit and discuss Catherine. She came clean about tweaking a photo due to all the unnecessary drama surrounding it. People went into a frenzy and things spiraled even more in the media after Catherine apologized. Wild conspiracy theories started popping up, like rumors of William cheating on her and Catherine going missing. If she hadn't spoken up and clarified her situation, I shudder to think how things might have escalated. So why the glaring double standard? Harry and Meghan seem to get a pass for all sorts of antics, but what about fairness? Interestingly, all it took to quell the rumors about Catherine was her appearing on TV and disclosing her battle with cancer, just asking for some understanding during her treatment. It's sad she had to do that, though. She shouldn't have had to apologize or explain herself. Catherine's announcement wasn't dramatic or over the top. There were no tears, no gasps of shock from an interviewer like Oprah. Her husband didn't need to sit beside her, holding her hand tightly. There was no need for an elaborate interview, designer clothes, or heavy makeup. Catherine simply spoke in her own gentle, beautiful voice. She showed pure class. With just a simple message, she managed to halt any further negative media attention about her absence. Nowadays, while there's still some clickbait floating around on Google, most people are taking Catherine's words seriously and recognizing her incredible worth. But here's the thing: Meghan, or perhaps just Meghan, has always had some animosity towards Catherine. Remember when the media called her Waity Katie and accused her of being lazy? I have a feeling Meghan Markle might be involved in the attempts of certain staff members at the London clinic trying to access Catherine's medical records. Why? Who knows, but my guess is money. They're probably upset because Catherine isn't making public appearances, which means no photos and ultimately no money for them. The media has behaved appallingly, though. I mean, just think about how quickly they backtracked. One day they were sneering at her, and the next day they almost apologized. And that was only because so many readers were complaining. I mean, the few letters they published took up 2 entire pages instead of the normal 3/4 to a page. It could be that the squats are involved as well. I mean, Harry and Meghan's fans will do anything to discredit the royal family, and especially Meghan Markle, arch nemesis Catherine, the Princess of Wales. All right, my friends, that is the main content of today's news. How do you feel about it? Please leave a comment to let us know. Goodbye for now, and I'll be back to see you tomorrow.